Hi everyone, I just woke up and I saw the Renata ability reveal being posted about an hour ago on YouTube. Excuse me for my voice, I literally just woke up. I just want to get this recorded to let you guys know what I think. Did you know that about 60% of people that watch my videos aren't subscribed? So if you enjoy my video, please subscribe. It's free. So before we get into the video, yesterday I was on stream and I was reading this leak that happened on Twitter post. Okay. Abilities are these apparently. Passive, Renata basic attacks mark enemies, E deal extra damage. Allied attacks consume the mark and deal extra damage. So yeah, marks them like kinda like locks, then allies do more damage. So kinda like Loana, but her basic attack instead of like Loana's spells, kinda similar. Q handshake. Renata fires a missile from her robotic arm and immobilizes the first enemy hit. She can then reactivate the abilities to knock back the enemies in the direction of her choice. W bailout increases the movement and attack speed of Renata and an ally champion. If the ally champion gets her takedown, the duration of the buff is refreshed. If the ally dies, they will be revived with rapidly decaying HP 3 seconds, and if they get a takedown during this time, they will be completely revived. What is that? This is like, guys, we have Action who revives for no reason. Let's just put another champion with the revive, by the way. E-loyalty program. Renata fires several missiles that shield allies, deal damage to slow enemies. The missiles can be used as an AoE around her or charged into a missile with an explosion at max range at the same effect. Hostile takeover. Renata sends a cloud of chemicals that induce enemies in a frenzy. All enemies hit will have their attack speed increased, but will be forced to attack everything around them. Their own ally champions. Neutral camps, Renata allies, Renata. So she like can attack. She can make her enemies attack themselves. So some of the abilities felt super unreal. And because the text was translated from Chinese to English, it wasn't very accurate. So I was actually kind of wondering if the leak was real. So I guess we're about to find out. Passive leverage. Renata Glast's basic attacks mark her enemies and deal bonus damage. Damage from Renata's allies consume the mark, dealing additional damage. This is kind of like a Janna old passive meets Loana's passive, but the difference is that we don't know if this passive is magic or physical or true, and it's a range champion. So obviously this is way easier to proc if you're a range champion. This is a bad sign for like Renata's solo lane, since this is a passive pretty much designed for support, and she is designed to be a support. That looks pretty straightforward, but also her basic attack range seems to be like, what is this, like 500 or 550 or something like that. Q handshake. Renata Glast sends out a missile from her robotic arm that roots the first enemy hit. She can reactivate the ability to throw the enemy in a target direction, damaging enemies hit and stunning them if the thrown target is a champion. Ooh, that's like a... that seems very powerful. That's like a Zyra E meets Talia W. It's pretty easy to land in my opinion. It roots them for a little bit and then she throws them somewhere. While in a teamwork environment they could throw them like somehow together, but I don't know, the throwing stuff doesn't seem that wow to me. W bailout. Prepare yourselves, guys. This one is the banger. W bailout. Renata Glast grants an ally champion on or herself ramping attack speed and move speed towards enemies. So interesting. So I think the or means that she decides whether it is her or her ally. If the ally gets a takedown or an enemy on an enemy champion, the buff duration resets. Takedowns like passives are usually very good for solo and not so good for competitive. If the ally would die while bailout is still active, their health is set back to full, but they begin burning to death over 3 seconds. Okay, so it's like a Chemtech Soul, but I assume you don't get like a minus damage like the Chemtech Soul did, so it's still stronger. The ally can stop the burn by getting a champion takedown before they die. This is basically... Riot is just slapping revives on every champion in the game. I don't even know what I'm supposed to say. This is like Action, hey Action, I mean, I thought you're cool getting a revive for no reason, but here it is Renata having a revive for no reason. Abilities like this, super powerful in competitive play, in solo queue, not so powerful in competitive play. You have, what, 3 seconds to get a kill before you basically bleed to that. I mean, it will happen. This can make like insane teamfights. This can make like insane turnarounds. Just like Action revive in competitive play can make insane plays, so this is a typical Riot special revive where they just slap random shit on the kit and somehow think it's okay. That seems to be pretty large attack speed buff, like, because I watched the first auto attack of Jinx, it felt like she has like almost no attack speed, and now after the W, I mean, I don't know what spell the rank of the W is because they don't show levels in the video, but that felt pretty strong. E loyalty program, Renata Glass sends out Chemtech rockets that shield allies and damage and slow enemies they pass through. They shield allies and damage and slow enemies. Huh. The rockets also apply their effects around her on cast and in explosion at max range. Okay, let's see this again. Okay, shields enemy, so enemy ally has to be ahead of you. Oh, they're auto-targeted, it kinda looks like. Okay. Hostile takeover, Renata sends out a cloud of chemicals that cause enemies to go berserk, increasing their attack speed and forcing them to basic attack anything around them. Berserk enemies prioritize attacking their own allies, then neutral units, then Renata Glass team, and then Renata Glass herself. Yeah, so this is a unique ability where now the opponents can actually attack each other. This has never been in the game before, this is the first ability ever. Now, the question is, right, how long is this spell? Because that's very important. It also increases their attack speed. So if it's a mage, it doesn't really matter because a mage will auto-attack you and the mage will not do any damage with auto-attacks. This is more like a, you know, bruiser slash AD carry type of target. I don't know if you guys noticed, but she's all about these clouds and chem tanks. So, like what? She's just a replacement for Chemtech Soul and Chemtech Drake. Oh, the hitbox is really huge. It's like a Nami ult of hitbox. That, okay. Oh, okay. The travel time to me feels like it's even faster than Nami at the beginning. This splash shot looks like very like Debonair, and this is the skin which is called Admiral Rose. Interesting. Looks like a commander. I think her kit is designed to be a support, so first immediate impression is there's like no waveguard, no nothing to work with on solo lane or ADC. Then she has some utility. Q's utility is slow. W is obviously buff, so like all her spells are kind of utility. She seems to be like a copycat of other people's spells. Like R to me is just like a Nami ult that's different. E to me is just like a Heimerdinger rocket that basically shields allies and then has a slow to. W to me is like a Lulu W, half Lulu W, half Action Revive, half Chemtech Soul, I don't even know. Q to me is like a Blitzcrank Hook meets, I mean it's not even Blitzcrank Hook, it's like Zara E meets Talia W. And then passive is like Lona passive meets Janna's old passive. Like, she seems kind of simple. I don't think there's any skill involved in this champ so far. I don't know what ability is even hard to use. W is for sure not. I mean, besides like being the timing has to be precise like Zilan ult. Q and E are skill shots, but they don't seem very hard to hit. Like, look at the Q missile speed. I don't know. To me, it's like a better Ilaoi to me. Ult is very easy to use. E, I don't know. They don't show it very good, but it seems like it's kind of auto-targeted in my opinion. So it's gonna help bad players anyway. I don't know. Interesting champ. I'm afraid for her W. Seems to be better in solo queue so far in competitive, but we're gonna say those are my first impressions. Thanks for watching. If you wanna see more, make sure to comment and tell me.